Pay-per-view time, UFC 319 in Chicago, Fight Fiends. Let's get straight to it. We got a championship belt on the line in the 185-pound division. That is middleweight. And we got undefeated Khamzat Chimaev looking to dethrone Dricus DubPlessis, a dominant champion who's defended his belt multiple times off a win by unanimous decision. Khamzat off a round one win by submission, face crank versus Robert Whittaker. Let's see what he can do versus Dricus DubPlessis in that main event. We're talking about each and every fight on this card except for the Ultimate Fighter fights. They're on this. I haven't been staying tuned, staying forecasted to the Ultimate Fighter with Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier. But the two finale fights are on this event. They didn't really hype it up or talk about it too much. I didn't really know about it at all. So I'm not even talking about those two fights. I didn't look at them yet, really. Wednesday now for me. And I will look at them. And I will post them for Platinum Forecasters, $5 a month. Maybe I take a bet on them. But it's Ultimate Fighter. It seems pretty risky. Anything can happen. Although that 10-0 fighter, undefeated in the first fight of the night, Idris, he looks like a lock of the week. Pretty confident he can win. But we're going to start the prediction show off with a women's fight. Karine Silva in the women's flyweight division versus Dione Barboza. Yeah, I'm taking Karine Silva here. Probably paces her way to a decision win off a decision loss. Motivated here. She's a good fighter. Better IQ in the octagon here, better defense, and she can get it done here on the ground, on the feet. Well-rounded fighter. I'm clogging up here. Is Karine Silva. And she's going to clog up the octagon for Barboza. She's going to clog the octagon, start punching her, cutting her up, dominate this fight, and coast her way to a decision if she does not find a finish. She likes to find the finishes on the ground, but Barboza on the ground. You can see a submission win by arm triangle choke in her last fight. I would say she could defend off a submission or two and get to the judges' scorecards here in this first women's fight of the night. Let's go over on this one. It's going to the judges' scorecards. Favorite gets it done. The next fight, I'm siding with the favorite again. I know there's some underdog money on this guy. Nursulton, Ruziboev, the Uzbek prospect, 31 years old, a ton of experience, like 36 wins, only 9 losses. He has a lot of finished wins, and that could be a problem in this fight. Battle is going to have to battle in this fight. And he's not afraid to battle. He won a split decision in his last fight versus Randy Brown, a veteran, and he's finished a lot of other guys too. I honestly see Bryan Battle dragging this fight late, gassing out Ruziboev, who is known to be a first-round finisher. Drag the fight out late and finish him there. I think Bryan Battle can get this fight into round 2 or 3, find a finish in this fight. Ruziboev is dangerous, but we've seen him get grappled versus Buckley in round 2 and 3. He had nothing to offer once he got exposed and had nothing to offer on the feet or on the ground versus Buckley. Buckley just took over, gassed him out. If Battle's going to gas him out, he's going to go for the finish. And he's going to get it done here as a favorite. Bookies respect him. And I can also see Nursulton Ruziboev falling to 13-2 by knockout as Bryan Battle improves to 13-2. I like that numerology there. I'm taking Bryan Battle by knockout. Let's do it, forecasters. Let's get it done. Can Edson Barboza get it done, though? He's 39 years old. 40 years old, is he? But he's fighting Drakkar Klose, and Drakkar Klose is 37 years old. He's not that young either. He might have enough in the tank to get it done. He fought Joel Alvarez, a very good fighter in his last fight. He got caught by the flying knee round 1. But he does lack a 5-inch reach advantage in this fight. He's probably going to struggle a little bit to close range. It's a 3-round fight. There's not that much time to capitalize, especially with Edson Barboza and the kicks. Age is just a number, and this is one hell of a fight. Well-matched fight. Neither guy going up the ranks, going down the ranks. It's a good fight for the fans. And I'm taking another favorite here in Edson Barboza. Just being a little bit too clean, pacing his way to a decision. I think he's fought the better competition as well over his last couple of fights. He fought down at 145. He's now moving up from his last fight. He has to put on another 10 pounds. So let's see how he can fare out versus Drakkar Klose. Probably going to be a close fight, but I'm siding with Edson Barboza in this one. He's too technical, and he's going to be too accurate with those shots. Kicks are going to come in to effect as well. I think he's going to start to take over with the low kicks. And Klose is going to close down if he gets hit in the liver as well. I mean, Edson Barboza is very clean with the kicks, spinning kicks. He has a lot of attacks. He's been in a main event recently. Drakkar Klose has never been close to that at 37 years old. So I'm going with the UFC veteran, Barboza, to beat him up. Beat him up. It's now or never. He's moving up to 155. It's a showcase fight. He better show out. We got 3 favorites in a row. And it's not stopping here. I'm taking Chase Hooper to the bank. He's 16-3-1, taking a step up in competition here versus Alexander Hernandez. Tough fighter, well experienced in the UFC, but on the other hand, Hooper can get this fight to the ground whenever he wants. And when it gets to the ground, I don't think Hernandez is getting up. Hooper's probably going to lock something up on the ground. He's so slick on the ground and slimy. I don't think Hernandez is going to have a fun time. Even Hooper has been improving his striking. Hard to say, but he's been improving his striking. It should be good enough to hold up as a 3-1, 4-1 favorite over Alexander Hernandez, 16-8. I think this is a great fight for Chase Hooper. 25 years old, 6'1" for lightweight, 2-inch reach advantage in this fight. I think he'll be absolutely fine. Although it might have to go to the judges' scorecards, I think he'll look clean enough, be defensively sound enough to not wear too much damage versus a hard hitter in Alexander Hernandez. That's really the only thing this favorite has to worry about is the power coming back his way. But he should be fine mixing the grappling, be more slick on the feet, use his range. He's 6'1", fighting a guy 5'9". He's knowing to use his range very well, and he's growing up in front of us. He's taken a lot of fights inside of the UFC. He's been here for a while, and this is a great showcase fight for Chase Hooper. Lock him in. Underdogs are few and far between on this card, but I'm going to take a bite on this one. Jessica Andrade, off 2 losses to very good competition. All of her losses are to very good competition. Record not too pretty, but hey, I think she can fight like a dog in this one, plus 125 to get it done versus Lupita Godinez, who won a decision in her last fight, but she's known just to win decisions. I don't think Jessica Andrade is going to make this fight pretty enough to go 15. She's more alive for the finish in this fight. And if the judges see the damage, the forward pressure, they might even side that. So with not many underdogs barking, in my opinion, at this point, I'm taking Jessica Andrade for the win. I know she's motivated off 2 losses. I'm not going to take her when she's off a couple wins. But hey, she's off 2 losses. She's an underdog. I think it's a good spot and opportunity for Jessica Andrade to win. She's not too old either. There's a lot of old fighters on this card, and Jessica Andrade is 33. She might still be in her prime. A loss to Jazz Udavicius is not a bad loss. The Canadian champ there, so no harm, no foul. If she loses to Lupita Godinez, maybe it's time to hang up the gloves for Jessica Andrade. I feel like this is a winnable fight with the experience she has. She has to get this one done off those 2 losses. This might be an underdog of the week pick. It's Wednesday. Not wickedly confident in any underdogs, but Jessica Andrade has my faith this week, Fight Fiends. And she might have a bet for me. So join $5 a month if you want to see each and every bet I'm a place on this pay-per-view. The next fight is Gerald Meerschaert, 37-19 versus Michal Oleksiejczuk from Poland, the Polish Power, 20-9. He's moved to the Fighting Nerds now, and in his last fight, he knocked out SD Dumas pretty easily, round 1. I think he has the takedown defense now to beat a guy like Gerald Meerschaert, who lost to a guy in Brad Tavares by a unanimous decision. Like, not a good look. I don't think he can beat Michal Oleksiejczuk. 7 years younger is Oleksiejczuk, and he's fighting at Fighting Nerds. I mean, this is a great fight to showcase how good Michal Oleksiejczuk is. He went the distance with Sharabullet Magomedov. He didn't look that out of place in that fight. We've seen improvements since that fight. And I mean, this guy here is a lock of the week. The Polish Power is coming through. The grappling is not going to work from Gerald Meerschaert. He's going to shit the bed as an underdog. And that's about it. Let's lock in Michal Oleksiejczuk, Chase Hooper, and go to the bank. I might be late this week, but I'm giving you the locks, and we're going to the bank. We got a trip to make. Let's go. And I'm sure Bobby Green, of all guys, has a trip to make. King Green, it is. A trip to the castle. He's 32-17. Pretty record it is. Not really, but he has that swagger. And he's lacking a 3-inch reach advantage versus Diego Fieta, the Brazilian, 19-6. Diego Fieta is 2 years older. He's 40 years old. Bobby Green, King Green here, 38. Another old matchup here, but it's a good one. It's an entertaining one. And I'm taking another favorite. I think Bobby Green has taken too much punishment in his last couple fights. Diego Fieta knocked out a guy like Mateusz Rembecki. Impressive win by knockout. Yeah, he's off a loss where Grant Dawson dominated him with the grappling takedowns. Diego could not keep it on the feet. But in this one, I think he can keep it on the feet. Bobby Green won't be too successful with the takedowns. And hey, if Bobby goes for those takedowns, he probably gets submitted. The Brazilian submits Bobby Green if this fight hits the ground. So on the ground, I think Diego Fieta can find a submission. I think on the feet, he has more power. He's more accurate. Way better IQ. Bobby Green's shooting shots with his hands from his hips. Striking defense is not there on the Bobby Green side. Diego hits too hard. So on the feet, it's Diego. On the ground, it's Diego. Diego dominates this fight. It's a good number, too. I think Bobby Green's getting a little bit too much respect on the line right now. Diego should probably be a bigger favorite. Now, the next guy here is not too big of a favorite. Respect to him right now off a loss to the champion, Pantoja. Kai Asakura gets a chance now to get a win in the UFC versus a tough Tim Elliott. Tough as nails is Tim Elliott. He has the wrestling and he has the style to kind of stop a guy like Kai Asakura. But on the other hand, Tim Elliott has 13 losses and Asakura has 5. Now, Asakura on the feet is a problem. He has a bunch of attacks on the feet with the knees, punches in bunches. I think he can knock out Tim Elliott. I think it's going to be too much. The pressure, the pace is going to be too much. He's too hungry and motivated for the win. He's hitting the gym and he's hitting those weights. I think he's coming in here and he's going to hit Tim Elliott like a truck. He's 7 years younger in this matchup, motivated for the win off a loss in a championship fight debut in the UFC. I'm going to have to say this is another lock of the week. 3-1, 4-1 favorite, but we take them in a parlay, and it's going to be a forecast 4 delight here. Kai Asakura, Japanese, I was going to say prospect, but he's in his prime, 31 years old, 21-5. The Japanese sensation, Kai Asakura, is going to have another showcase fight here, off a loss. Tim Elliott's getting set up, off a win, to Sumaderji. I'm not afraid to pick against him here. He's off a win. So, Tim Elliott as an underdog ain't cashing in again. We know that. He just beat Sumaderji a year and 8 months ago, right? So, a long layoff for Tim Elliott, 38 years old. Hard to say how motivated he was to come back. And he has to come back versus Kai Asakura. Good luck. Lock in Kai Asakura. We got 3 locks, and we got 4 fights left. This next fight is very close. I want to side with the underdog at plus 150 here. It might be growing because the Killer Gorilla ain't getting much respect versus Michael Venom Page. It's the Gorilla versus the Venom. And it's a tough fight to predict. I mean, Michael Venom Page in and out with the distance and the striking, the poise, and setting traps. He sets traps on the feet. Jared Cannonier can get very, very, not anxious, but annoyed in the octagon with his opponents. And he might not like Michael Venom Page not engaging. So he's going to walk forward, miss, and get caught with a counter shot here. Michael Venom Page loves to set up the counter shot. He could win the decision based off counter shots, leg kicks, in and out of range all fight. Easy pick. But I think the Killer Gorilla has some fight left in him. 41 years old. Venom Page is 38. But Killer Gorilla's been around the UFC longer. He has a statement to make. He made one in his last fight. But he's been fighting the best of the best in the UFC. Michael Venom Page is off a win to Sharo Magomedov, a fighter that really isn't championship caliber. We can say Jared Cannonier is championship caliber. When Izzy was in his prime, he went 5 hard rounds with Izzy. He looked very good in that fight, and he just beat RoboCop in a 5-round main event, knocked him out round 4 6 months ago. So I think he has some game left in him. The Killer Gorilla, gotta respect him. I'll pick him to win, but he has to fight his game plan and not get annoyed with Michael Venom Page's game plan and just get after it. Focus on his own game plan, get after it, get this win. But it's a tough task. Michael Venom Page is standing there with the venom in his face. And it's annoying. I understand, Jared. It's annoying. However, he keeps getting the win and cash and tickets. So credit to his skill set. But I don't think it's going to be enough in this one. Versus another veteran, Jared Cannonier. Plus 150. Could get a better number. Plus 162. We'll see here near the end of the week. We got Jared Cannonier underdog. Jessica Andrade underdog. And those are my main 2 underdogs so far on the card. 3 locks. Michal Oleksiejczuk, Chase Hooper, Kai Asakura. Now we're going to talk about a fight that is a lock of the week for me. I know Geoff Neal has been tough, durable, fought the best of the best, but I don't think at 34 he has what it takes to strike with Carlos Prates, a fighting nerd. Another fighting nerd's on this card here, and his game plan is simple. Stand there and out-volume Geoff Neal. Be more accurate, land the kicks, and do it for 15 minutes. He does not have to do it for 25 minutes. He's not going to gas out because he smokes cigarettes. It's a 15-minute fight. He's going to put it on Geoff Neal off his first loss in the UFC to Ian Gary, and he's going to get it done here as a lock of the week. Prates at Fighting Nerds has the game plan. They are very well equipped, and they are very smart with what to do in their fights. I think he knows exactly how to beat Geoff Neal. I don't think I know. He knows. So he's going to go out there and get that dub. Because in that 25-minute fight, he lost, but he learned a lot. He's not the type of guy to lose and just kind of give up on himself, start slacking. I seen him recently on Instagram, and he is working hard. His striking looks sharp, and he's going out here to spark Geoff Neal. Mark my words. He's getting this win. Geoff Neal is just not ready to be as fast and accurate as Carlos Prates. He might be able to land a shot or two that's powerful. But hey, he's going to have to land one big Hail Mary to put out Carlos Prates, the nightmare. So over the next couple of nights, he better be counting his sheep and making his last wishes. Because Prates is seriously a killer on the feet. Geoff Neal is searching for that one shot. Maybe a takedown, but Prates in close range can get a knee up the middle, uppercut, end this fight pretty easily, like he did to Neil Magny. Magny beat Geoff Neal by unanimous decision. Magny was an easy finish for Carlos Prates. That is some MMA math, but Geoff Neal went the distance with Ian Gary and looked not bad. He looked good the whole fight versus Shavkat Rakhmonov until he got finished, but he still got finished. He's starting to wear down in his career, lose motivation. He's not training with high-level guys each and every day unlike Carlos Prates. So that does make a big difference. Who you're training with each and every day in that sparring session, training session, or even game planning for how you're going to go out there and beat your opponent. I think Prates has the tools in the bag to go to work here. Lock of the week. Plus 360. Plus 260. 360 Canadian dollar. Let's go around the world with the locks of the week. We're 6 in a row. 6 in a row. We're going to make it 10 in a row. We got 2 fights left with the co-main event. Talk about it quick because Pico is a pick everybody likes. He's a favorite, all right? Coming from Bellator. Woohoo. He's 28. He has a lot of fight left in the tank. But Lerone Murphy has proven himself this far into his career. And I think he can get this one done. As an underdog, a little discrediting of what Lerone Murphy has done so far in the UFC. I don't think Pico has beat entirely high-level guys over at Bellator. Some good wins, yeah, sure, but I mean, this is the UFC, a completely different organization, and not too long ago we seen how good Patchy Mix looked in the UFC. This could be a whole another situation with Aaron Pico. I know his wrestling's good. He's a grinder. He has a famous knockout. But Lerone Murphy is too tough. The dude's been stabbed. He has a stab wound. I think he's too durable, too smart, and he has another thing coming for Aaron Pico and all the bettors out there. Give me Lerone Murphy to get his hand raised in this fight as an underdog. That's my third underdog on this card. And I am not sure which one will be the official dog of the week. So join Patreon, $5 a month. Link in the description below. And I'll let you know the play for the dog of the week. You'll see the bet for the locks of the week. You'll see the bet for the props of the week. 3 props coming your way Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time with Prelim Tim MMA Husky Hustler. I'll show you the bets, the plays, and the confidence levels. Each and every event. So for $5 a month, we're talking about maybe bumping up the price. But for now, we're going to keep it at $5 a month. So let's keep it rolling here with the final fight at UFC 319 in Chicago. The fight that everyone's waiting for here. 185-pound champion. Who is it? Who do you think is rightfully the best fighter at 185? Everyone said it was Khamzat. It's Khamzat's time. Well, it is his time, but he has to go out there and get it done now. Now is the opportunity, and the bookies say he's a 3-1 favorite. I could agree, but that would be me being biased. I do know the pressure and the grappling might just be too much for Dricus. It's going to drown him, and that would not shock me. I think the striking of Khamzat on the feet is going to be too quick, too sharp, and accurate, and it's also powerful, and that'll be too much for Dricus. That'll drown him. So yeah, I see why he's a 3-1 favorite, but Dricus is a world champion. He's a multiple-time world champion, and he has defended the belt multiple times already. He has the motivation and durability to get it done, but we've seen him gas before. He's worked on the cardio and his breathing. We'll see if it can hold up because cardio is a key factor versus a guy like Khamzat Chimaev. He has the gas and cardio, and he brings it right out of the gate. If you can survive round 1, your odds of winning probably go up because Khamzat has never seen late in fights. If he does, it hasn't been very long. He went 3 rounds with Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman, but other than that, he finishes everyone quick. Now, Gilbert Burns was able to go 3 rounds. You would think Dricus DubPlessis, up a weight class, champion, can go 3 rounds, but that first round is unexpected pressure. Is Dricus ready? He's going to find out. If he can defend it off, survive late, he has a chance to win. He does have a chance to win as an underdog. This is not a lock of the week for me, but Khamzat is absolutely the pick my guy. I predicted him to be the champion long ago. Now's the time. He just has to go out there, show up, and get it done. And I think he's done the work up until this point to prove to us that he is the champ. I can't wait for this fight. This is simply a pick, not a bet. He's not a lock of the week. All right, this is not a lock of the week. I'm taking Khamzat. You can take Dricus where the value is, of course, at plus money champion. Value on Dricus, DubPlessis, the South African. If you like him as a fighter, if you think he can win this fight, then take the bet. Even if you think he has a better percentage to win than what the bookies are offering, you could even take a bet there. There is value on the line. But give me Khamzat Chimaev in this fight here in Chicago. The future champ, the people's champ. Let's go. It's time. Now give me your lock parlay, your most confident parlay on this event. It's up to you now. If you want to tag on Khamzat, tag on Khamzat. If you have confidence in the plus money champion, Dricus DubPlessis, tag him on now. This is your chance. The winner of the $100 giveaway gets sent $100, but there's only one winner. So the greatest odds gets it done. Obviously, plus 100 odds or above is a requirement. Hashtag F3 is a requirement. 2 simple requirements. And then just give me your most confident parlay on this event. A lot of good picks and a lot of great opportunities to make a parlay. So let's get it rolling, Fight Fiends. Let's see who can win that $100 this week. We've had many winners over the last couple weeks. This is nothing new. You got to take a look at some of the past winners. Let's roll it up. Roll it up. They have been hitting that $100. Man of my word. So let's keep it rolling. Drop that parlay below. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And we'll see you on that Prop Fiend show Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time.